With Twitter, of course, you only get 140 characters to tell your story. But for the story of Twitter, well, we need just 4 characters. Jack Dorsey, Evan Williams, Biz Stone and Noah Glass. From the 4 of them to what Twitter is today, with 230 million active users sharing 500 million tweets a day, well, it's been a bumpy ride, to say the least. This is a story of your average Silicon Valley startup. After their last idea crashed and burned, they were desperate for a new multi-billion-dollar idea. Jack Dorsey had the idea of a way of communicating status, what you're up to. And you can see from his original 1 page of A4 blueprint, it was a very simple idea. You can see, incidentally, also that he was still a student when he came up with this idea. The only status options he provides are either in bed or at the park.
It was 4 friends who built this thing, and they wanted to build a technology that would connect them to their friends, and in doing so ended up tearing their own friendships apart. And what really took place was almost from the moment that Twitter was hatched, it became this thing that started to change the world, and it took off instantly. And as soon as it started to become worth hundreds of millions of dollars and then billions of dollars, each one of the 4 friends ended up pushing each other out of the company one by one.
Noah was the obvious candidate to become CEO, but he was forced out in 2006. Jack instead took the job, but he was persuaded to move on in 2008. Ev became CEO for the next 2 years before being relieved of the role, and like Biz, who was shunted into a non-job soon after, eventually just stopped coming into the office. Now the company is on the cusp of its stock market float with a price tag of somewhere like $15 billion. It's popular, of course, but popularity doesn't guarantee a business model or sustainable revenues, and it's still losing money, $65 million losses in the last quarter alone. We're already getting hints of what Twitter might become. You can, right now, send someone a coffee on Twitter, or at least a code they can redeem at Starbucks, maybe gift vouchers or even cash payments in the future. And then, of course, there's advertising. All of this depends on Twitter remaining popular and making sure that the money making doesn't get in the way of people's enjoyment. So what of our 4 characters? Well, they will be getting wildly different amounts from the float. Jack Dorsey went back to Twitter and could get a cool $500 million. Ev played it best of all. His shares could net him around $1 billion. Meanwhile, poor old Biz could only get $10 million. However, will he cope? Which leaves Noah. Thought to have almost no shares. He could end up with the startup equivalent of a bit of loose change. Perhaps one of the others will tweet him a coffee.